Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? So I'm going to wait a couple of more minutes, see if people start wandering in, and then we'll get to some of the definitions that I have for the silver living guest type in a co-living home. So welcome. Everybody can introduce themselves in the chat, or we'll open it up for questions toward the end. I just had a little slideshow to go through to explain everything and describe what I'm working with. So just to gather some information from everybody and share whatever I know. Forgot to record everything. Oh well. So we'll take it from here on the recording. So what silver living is. Private room, I don't believe at this stage, some of the different co-living, they might bunk together. Uh, with our sober living, they put as many as they can into a home, but not for this situation. Silver living does not need to share rooms. We want private rooms. We want their private space, and each room has its own lock. It's a fully furnished. It's homey. I'm trying to make them homey for this 55 plus demographic. We're sharing community spaces. So just like most of co-living, you share the kitchen. You may share a living room. You may share outdoor patios. You might even share some of the bathrooms. Ideally, I do not suggest going with more than a ratio of 3 bedrooms to every bathroom. Perfect situation would be 1 bedroom for every bathroom and maybe a half bath just in case guests come over. But you really, it depends on the house and it depends on where you have your home uh, working and situated. I spend a lot of time on marketing for this, for co-living, and finding a proper market, and that all of that can be addressed long before you ever go into the co-living space. But this gives you some guidelines if you already have a co-living home and where you want to be. One of the big benefits is the all-inclusive pricing. This means utilities and most amenities that you will see connected to the house. And this is really good for a silver living person because most of them are on a fixed budget. And so they really want to know how much it's going to cost and know exactly that there's not going to be any surprises. And I'll cover that a little bit more in another slide. So, just so you know, that just to give some background, the market really is, I mean, we really have a need in this society. We have 1 in 3 people, it's reported that 1 in 3 people are having chronic loneliness. And they're really, this is the elderly, the anyone that is now living by themselves, or um, their children are too busy to visit, or their grandchildren no longer come around. These people are really in need of some community, and that's one of the things that silver living is going to solve. The average Social Security benefit in the U.S., these are national averages, is 1,800 a month. Now that's not very much. I mean, you can tell that that's not going to give you a whole lot of gap. You don't have much room for any kind of housing that you would have. Let me show you this. You can see that the average state has a rent burden much higher than 30%. So some of the states are up to over 60% of rent burden. So that means if you're looking at the same numbers, 1,800 a month, and you're spending 60% on rent, you're in trouble. And that's why we're talking about these options. I'm not talking about the most extreme low end, but you can see where the needs are with the different numbers that we have. And just to explain, Silver Living is filling a gap. We are not luxury independent living. We are not assisted living. We are not subsidized housing. This is in between. This is not the $3,000 plus per month of independent living. These are not people that need assisted living. They don't need help. They're on their own already. They're doing fine. These are not the lowest of the low and on public assistance. These people are independent and they want to stay that way. So this is what I'm looking at. Who is the real customer? Now you have the residents are a major part of the people that you're reaching out to. You're trying to convince the residents of this need and why this is a good thing. But in my view, the main target of your market is the adult child, because the adult child is looking to find someone that can share the house with their mom, share their house with their dad. Just keep an eye on them. Don't let them wander off. I mean, these are real issues that children are worried about. And, this gives them a sense of security and that you're making it affordable for them. It's not $3,000 to $10,000 a month. It's something that they can really work and make it work. So when I'm doing a co-living, and this is just a rule of thumb, I'm looking at either the local studio rents that people are paying on their own, or a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. And if I can find studio rents, I say I can typically get about 80%. I can ask for 80% of a studio rent for my rooms in my co-living house. Now, if it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, that might be 65 to 75% that I can ask for my rooms. But you have to remember that you're including all of the utilities. It's an all-inclusive thing. So that adds to that price. So calculate that in when you're trying to figure out your numbers. This is you're able to sell this as being income friendly, because they're not on a weekly budget. They're on a monthly budget. And anyone retired especially they're not going to want to be paying weekly. They're not going to want surprise bills as they would have if they own their own home. This is a different market, and it's not for everybody, but we're definitely going to be able to fill a gap that's not being satisfied at this time. So this is just a comparison. These numbers are national averages. It's going to be different for your area. I understand that. This just gives us something to talk about and gives us some guidance. So if you own your own home, you can see there's a lot of expense. Anybody that owns their own home understands that there's going to be surprises. There's going to be changes. This year, especially, insurance has skyrocketed on almost across the board, and it's climbing on a regular basis. So, and energy's high. And any repairs, if you live in the South, you understand that your roof is not going to last more than 7 to 10 years, and you're going to have to put a new roof on the house. That's if you own your own home. That's paid off. That's not even counting if you're making payments on it. Now, independent living, even though it's very luxurious, very nice, and all inclusive type of a bill, it's outrageously expensive. Go ahead and look into it, and you'll see that I'm not exaggerating here. The some of the markets that I'm working in are over $3,000 a month, but national averages have it almost $4,000 a month as a national average. And yes, everything's included, but that's very, very high. A lot of people can't swing that. Silver living, well, in co-living, we're talking about maybe $800 a month. Maybe in a really nice area, maybe you're talking about $1,500 a month. But you're giving everybody that all-inclusive bill, and it includes any of the repairs, it includes any of the maintenance. And so, it gives them one more option of something that they might be able to swing. Okay, this is just a little bit of my own experience. You can't fake this. So this isn't co-living where you're renting to traveling nurses. This is something much different. This is a demographic that needs you and needs your attention. And really, if you don't have um, the passion for this, then it's probably not for you. It's going to take a special person that really feels the demographic. And you have to remember who you're talking to. You are not talking to tech savvy people. These people, even though some may be, most of them are not using the internet every day. Most of them have trouble even using their mobile phone. So just understand that if there's a problem, you probably need somebody to show up and smile and take care of it. They're not the type of people that are going to be messaging you on Facebook. I mean, this is a completely different group of people. So, just to end it, let me give you an idea of what I am all about. So, this is my main purpose here is to gather other knowledge from everybody else. So, what are the best practices? Let's create a framework that works best for silver living. What are your experiences with these types of with this demographic, with 55 plus people? Um, I want to develop a whole network of people just working with this guest type. We really need to uh, join together, and the stronger we'll become much stronger if we can all help each other. Uh, Here's some ideas that I've been working on. Some of them are already in place. Some of them are already out there. Some of them are coming soon. So I have a new program that I'm working on. It's guest matching. So this will be a service that co-living owner, the host, will post their home on the service, and you will be matched to anyone that's looking for a home. And this is going to start with only silver living, but this could be expanded. And much like Furnish Finder, you could be matching people together. But unlike Furnish Finder, we are matching personalities also. And so we will, it's if you could think of something closer to Match.com, where you're dating and you're trying to find your ideal match. Well, that's what this is. This, you're finding the ideal match between the host and the guest, and everybody is talking, everybody's meeting each other. There's as much interaction as we can possibly do and keep privacy, but that's what guest matching is going to be. That will be coming out soon. It's not out yet. I do have a furnishing estimator tool. Let me put it in the side chat. I don't think I put it in there yet. Let me see. Spelled it wrong. If you go here, it's another tool that I created. I did it mainly for myself so that I could estimate furnishing of a co-living home. You'll see that it's actually pretty good. I've taken several operators and their lists, and I've combined them with my own. So it's pretty good, and I need people to test it. So go through and find out what you can and get back to me. Let me see. The next thing that I'm working on is a market search tool. This is for people that do not have a home yet. When you're searching for the perfect market and you're searching for the market that matches the perfect guest, and all of these things together give you the best possibility of success. So you will see when this tool comes out that it matches your investment to the ideal market. So keep an eye out. That one will be coming out soon. The final one I call Silvermate. Silvermate is for silver living. They do this similar concept in Europe already. And what they do is they put their silver living home close to a hospital, a teaching hospital, a nursing school, a college. They put it next to where young people need housing. And so the idea is that you combine the two and you take someone that is in college and you say, I will either you give them a discount on the room or you give them free room and board, free room in your co-living home if they do chores, and you give them the work to do around your co-living home. And this is a huge benefit for silver living because not only do you have interaction with the elders and the youth, but you also have fewer duties that the silver living guest needs to handle. So this is another concept that I'm coming out with. This will be out very soon. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to open up the chat. There's not that many people here, so we don't have to. I don't think that we have to worry about talking over each other. I think anybody could say whatever they want to. Let me see. Ask all. So you just unmute when you want to talk, or if you want to just add in on the conversation on the chat, then we'll try to answer some questions and share information. That's it for me. Anybody else have any questions or comments?
Hey Ralph, how you doing, man?
Hey, how are you? I haven't seen
Good.
you in forever.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, no, sorry, I joined a little bit late, and all good stuff. Yeah, and so I did join late. Where are you doing this? Is it kind of anywhere, or do you have markets you're looking at right now?
Well, currently where my homes are in Texas. I mean, you and I have discussed that before, but mine
Right,
are in
okay.
Texas. And but this is a concept that I want to open up everywhere. So this is I'm more of the I'm trying to be the coordinator of the guest type rather than opening all these myself. I want to help other people succeed. So that's the whole idea.
Oh, okay. All right. That's great. Yeah, and so the point of this would be, and once again, sorry, I'm sure you answered some of this. Um, to basically kind of roll out this system basically for people to use wherever they're gonna
Yeah,
do this.
it's both a system and a library of tools. So I'm building tools as I go, and I that's why I'm sharing everything with everybody. I really want people to. I want everybody else to succeed, and we're helping a demographic to have one more option. So that's the whole idea. Is that I'm an old guy myself, so I understand that there's a real need for this. So I'm just trying to get as many people involved as possible so that everybody has a chance to uh, offer this to their communities.
Yeah. No, very good. Yeah, no, I look forward to hearing more about it and yeah, maybe collaborating on it a little bit. No,
Yeah,
good stuff.
yeah. Well, we can start something around Fresno for sure. That's a perfect area.
Yeah. Yeah, actually my office is right across the street from a hospital right now. That's
Oh, see,
that's a project I'm working on.
that's perfect.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. Good. Well, good. Yeah, no, I'll give room for somebody else.
Yeah, it was good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, we'll connect soon.
Yes,
Hey Ralph, thanks for sharing. That's good information.
nice to meet you.
Um, yeah, nice to meet you. I have several properties in Atlanta.
Yeah,
We tried to market to this segment a few years ago. I think one of the challenges we ran into was like what you said, they aren't technology savvy, so it's like
that's
it's a little
right.
tricky reaching that demographic. So I like your idea in terms of kind of making a database. I would be interested in participating. Somehow. What would be the idea in terms of marketing it? So are you gonna like market? Is it gonna be like an online kind of thing, or have you thought about like how you would market that segment?
Well, so you'll see. I don't know if you're looking at the chat. I added a bunch of links and such up above, but here I wrote a white paper
Okay.
on the subject, and we have there's several ways to market to the individual themselves, but we also not only are we dealing with online things, but you're also approaching local any place where they will be. It's senior um, types of organizations, any doctors, any realtors that deal with senior housing. Um, but you're not only, as I mentioned, you're not only marketing to the guests themselves, you're marketing to their children. So their children are looking for a place for mom and dad. And so that you're also, and that's where the online helps because you have to remember that you're addressing what the best place for mom. What do we do? And how do we address that? And so that you can do all that work online. But when you're going right after a guest, you have to meet them in the field. Also, one other, well, there's several other things, but one of the things that comes to mind is your main competition is the luxury living, so the independent living, and so that's your main competition. But they have people come in every day that cannot afford them, and so make friends with them,
Yeah.
become one of their best buddies and say send them to me if they can't do it. I'm your person. And so that they are a good contact. uh, the other thing is a lot of people in this group are going to be working in other fields of real estate. I do a lot of creative types of real estate, and so this your guest type could be a homeowner, and maybe the home is already paid off, and all they're doing is they're just living out their life in this paid off home. Well, that is another market because people are calling every day looking for homes to buy. Well, a person in their 80s does not want to leave their home. But if you're giving them an option and you're explaining to them why this is a better choice, plus you could take care of their home. You could either rent it out for them or you could um, buy it from them, or you could give them cash flow so that they're not paying the tax. There's a lot of options in a creative format to help that person out, just so that they could take advantage of the community the aspect of a co-living home. So this just gives you some more ideas. But yeah, read that white paper. I go over it in detail, and that gives you a lot of different options.
As you move forward, Ralph, what would be the best way to kind of stay in contact as you kind of come up with that?
So let me do this again. I gave some of my contact information. And so you can, I'm very active online. I'm actually I retired as a software engineer. And so oh boy, I probably spend 10 or 12 hours a day online. So you can always find me one way or another on Facebook, through email. I'm easy to get a hold of.
Awesome. Thank you, Ralph. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Marianne, you have any questions yet?
Not yet. I did like your slides. The first couple that I wanted to go back and look at. So it looks like if you do a pad split search, you can get information based on where they are with their wait lists. So
Yes.
if you look in certain areas, you can find where the demographic is. They may not necessarily be on pad split looking because they don't even know what a pad split is.
Yes.
But you can see that you look up a community and it's got a 45-day, there's a wait list. And so how are you determining? Oh, are you just sticking primarily in your area only? And you're just expanding your these models, your platforms?
So this is what the main tool, the matching tool that I'm creating. That one is going to do. It's going to do several things. So you will have the opportunity to look in a specific zip code. You might have the opportunity to compare different homes to each other. But the main thing with this matching tool is it will give you the chance as both the guest and the host to get to know each other. So that's the whole idea. I'm trying to create a conversation between everybody, because a host needs to know who they're renting to, and they need to know if you're compatible with the other guests. The guest needs to know if this is right for them. They have a ton of questions, and why would I live there? And so I'm trying to create that kind of a tool that people can actually, for lack of a better term, it's a social media, but the whole idea is to join people together and help each other out.
And how many, are you doing a form? Because I know I created a form. It was a pretty good form. To me, it seemed like a lot of questions, but as time goes on, it seems like more questions definitely need to be added because the lifestyles are just too exaggerated from what the normal person understands. You have to really be on top of that.
Yes. Yeah, it's the way that I have this created, and I hate to make the whole video about this because it's a tool that's coming out later. But the way I'm creating it is you work through the questionnaire as time goes on. So you start with, I'm a male 67 and I'm looking in this area. And that's basically all you have to give. And then it asks more questions as you go on. And it says, okay, well, what are you looking for? How do you live? Do you have a dog, for an example? Because that makes a big difference in a co-living home. It asks all these different, it asks all these different questions as you go. And, I don't want to bombard somebody with a huge questionnaire. And so I just tell them through this app that they just work their way through it, and it gives them a percentage of completion. So, okay, you're only 45% of the way through your questionnaire. So, the more that you complete the questionnaire, the better the matches will be. Just like I don't know if you've ever been on online dating apps, but they do a very similar thing. And this is kind of a takeoff of that.
And at what point would the two people like maybe get on a FaceTime or a Google Meet? I mean, are they going to have to do some type of face-to-face connection once that paperwork is done?
Yeah, well, they could do that anytime. It's very informal. So it depends on the host. Does he want to meet the person right away? A person starts asking questions. You say, hey, let's get on a call. Let's talk about it. I have no control over that. I'm just making the connection. So it doesn't, at this point, it's all free. I'm not even making money on it. But eventually, as more hosts come in after 50 or 100 hosts, then I'll start charging a yearly fee of some kind. But it's always going to be free for the guest. So it's kind of low key.
And are you at the point yet where you're determining what you're going to be calling it, lease options, memberships, all that, and suggestions with the homeowners about deposits and all that kind of security deposits and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be more of the coordinator and less of the operator. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to allow each host to make their own decisions. Mm-hmm. And so I can make suggestions on what the best ways to do things are. And we'll have a library of videos and information that people can refer to. But, really it's all I'm doing is making the connection. So, the person can run it however they want to, as far as the operator is concerned.
So, I'm just going to share about that if I have a moment to just talk about the Her Haven initiative.
Sure.
All right. So, and you briefly mentioned it. We service people as investors when we buy properties. We service people when somebody dies or there's an inheritance or it's foreclosed on. We're all ready to jump in there. So the Her Haven model is to utilize the Silver Line Living, which you and I are both focused on, but also to utilize the home that they're living in. So fix and flip it. Let them stay in there. You arrange a creative finance deal with them. However, it's going to work for you. They get their house probably updated a lot than compared to where it was. They get to live there. And everybody, like you said, is kind of arranged in some type of lifestyle mindset where they're going to, for the most part, get along.
Yeah.
You're not going to just have everybody, I just went on padsplit.com and I'm your new tenant or whatever the thing is. So, so that's where I am at. I do not have one, but that is definitely the niche that I'm looking into start, because I think it's important to keep these people that I'm going to say 55, though I think 55 is really young. I'm like you, I'm 67 and I'm very active. So, and I know technology, so I wouldn't say I fall into an old person's mindset, though I know women that do. So if anybody's out there, they want to connect with me, I'm in Southwest Florida in Naples, and I'm not limited to this area, but I do want to, like you, connect with as many people as possible who have the heart to help. I'm going to say 55 and up through 65 live out their lives and keep their homes, and an investor gets to creatively buy it and work something out with the owners. So that's kind of like my mission. And
Yeah.
so I just figured I'd introduce myself. I'm Marianne,
Yeah.
and it's called Her Haven Initiative. Um, and when you look it up, there's actually a lot of Her Havens. So someone said I should add in there Southwest Florida. Haven't really done that yet, but I'm still just sticking with the Her Haven Initiative, and it could be a house with men in there. I mean, I don't know how that's going to work, but it definitely, senior people definitely are isolated in their homes, whether it's a condo, a townhouse, or a 3-2 or a 4-2, whatever it is. They are definitely isolated. I come across it like every day of my life.
Yeah.
Baffles my brain. There's a lot to do in this big world, but they are there, and for whatever reason, whether we agree or not, that they are isolated and they are in their home alone. So
There's definitely a need for it. That's for sure.
totally agree with you, Ralph, and I thank you for doing so much. And I'm going to catch you at the back end because I want to pick your brain about the mechanical engineering thing. I got something I want to ask you about.
It's been a few years.
I don't think you lost all that 30 years experience, though. Not at all. I want to thank everybody for coming on here too. It's nice to see all these faces. Some of the faces I don't really know, but
yes, we'll get to know each other better. I just started a new group. Just started it yesterday on Facebook. If anybody's interested, it's Silver Living 55 plus. So that's a new group. Join it, and we'll continue the conversation and keep things going. Anybody else have any questions, comments, stories, anything?
Hi, Ralph. It's Emma.
Hi, Emma.
We're in another group together, but
Yes.
so I do co-living now through PadSplit.
Yes.
And so looking at I'm very intrigued by this and would love to, because I'm a nurse now as my full-time job, but I'm trying to get over to real estate full-time.
thank you, Emma, for being a nurse.
Yes.
And
Bless
so
you.
I see these people that need this help. But so in the PadSplit model, they don't typically have guests, and typically we take out the living room and put a bedroom.
Exactly.
So in your concept, we mostly keep the living room then, and it sounds like you allow them to have guests.
I would not, the way that I do it, I do not let overnight guests.
Okay.
I allow during the day is fine. I mean, I'm not going to tell somebody that they can't have their grandkid come over for the day, but it's also agreeable amongst the rest of the people that living there. So you also, it's I'm not strict as far as no, you cannot have guests at all. That you really I know some of the people like David Edwards is saying that he doesn't even put couches in the living room because he's afraid somebody's going to spend the night. And that's okay. That's one way to do it. I build the house differently. I want it to be a home away from home. I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to feel happy and just really. I mean, I put up tables where they can do board games or put a puzzle together, or extra lighting, extra security, extra whatever I can do to make them feel more at home.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then it looked like your rents were a little higher than, say, PadSplit's rents. So maybe you don't have as many rooms in the house to be able to cover those costs.
Yeah, it's smaller. Yeah, so the one that is a Silver Living is only 4 bedrooms. So that one's a small house. We do have up to 8 or 10 bedrooms, but that one's a small one. And I kind of like it. I don't think I'd go over 5 or 6, just because it's kind of a different it's a different model. You know, like I said, it needs to be a home, not a barracks.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. And it sounds like it's better to do it in your backyard as opposed to, like, I'm in Oregon, but my pad splits are in Kansas.
Yeah. See, I'm in California and mine are in Texas.
So you are doing it remote.
Yeah, but it's not easy. I would not suggest it.
Mhm.
Where in
Mhm.
Oregon are you?
I'm on the coast in Florence.
Oh yeah.
It's west of Eugene.
Yep, I know it well. We have property in Grants Pass, and my
Hmm.
son lives there. So yeah,
Hmm.
we own the area. We know the area pretty well.
Yeah, we lived in Medford and moved over to Florence so
Oh
we could
yeah,
live on the lake. So,
yeah. Oh
but
yeah.
my co-living houses are in Kansas City.
Well, there's opportunity there too. I mean, it's a little tougher because there's more regulation in Oregon, but there's a lot of people that would love to live in the same area you are.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can buy two houses in Kansas for one house here.
That's why I went to Texas.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, I would love to have one here.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
for
And the
sure.
assisted living place or the foster homes would be our other competition, as opposed to, because that's the same thing, but they have a caregiver. But a lot of the foster homes are closing because of regulations.
Yes.
So it's like, where do these people go?
Yes, exactly.
So,
There, you know, I don't know, we're kind of a different type of investor. Anybody looking at co-living they don't last very long if they don't have the passion and the compassion for the people. I mean, we are a different group, and it's not, a money churning venture. You know, it's more to it than that.
mhm. Right. Got to make enough to pay the bills at least.
Oh, minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's very interesting. I look forward to playing some more with you
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you.
on a good project instead of a
Yes.
bad project.
Yeah.
I'm in on your bad project in Texas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Anybody else? It's okay. No problems. Think about it, and we'll get together again soon. Keep an eye out for everything that
Hey, Ralph, let me interrupt you before you sign
oh,
off.
good.
I'm Corrine. I'm in Texas,
Oh, what part?
Houston.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, I'm in Houston.
all of
And
my properties are up closer to Dallas.
oh, okay. So I don't have any co-living yet, but we are in the process of purchasing my mom's house, and that's the plan for it. And this kind of intrigues me because I kind of like the idea of doing something for 55 and up. My question was, because somebody said to me, well, you can't then go through pad split because pad split doesn't niche, things like that. So I thought, okay, then how do I find these people?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so that was and we haven't started, we're still in the underwriting process of even, getting the property. But yeah, this sounds really interesting to me.
Yes, some of the tools that I'm creating will be perfect for you. And that's the whole idea. That I mean, I'm selfish. I'm making the tools for myself also. So
Yeah.
that this is I want to do everything possible to make this work for people.
Okay. Yeah, so I took all your links from the chat, so I'll look into all of that. And
Great. I have if you go to my website at ralphpombo.com, I have probably close to a dozen white papers on different parts of co-living. So they're all interesting in their own ways, but we I'm doing everything I can to spread the word and to share information. So anything or anybody that you could send my way, I'm always interested. Never stop learning.
True. Good. Well, this was interesting. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Anybody else have any words of wisdom or stories? Okay, well, we've been on for almost an hour. So thank you very much. I will try to share what I did record. I think I had it paused for a minute, but I'll share what I did record. You have my contact information. Get in touch with me and we'll keep working on it. We'll have another Zoom soon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.